I want to do whatever Jim needs me to do. I'm not pushing myself to do anything. I know I'm involved. I know I enjoy talking the game of baseball, and I certainly enjoy talking about us and how we can get better.
If Jim asked you to be the GM, you would want to do that?
I have no idea. That's not really a thought of mine right now. We got enough stuff going on right now. Things are working okay right now, so we'll figure that out when it's time.
Would you interview?
No, I would not interview.
He wouldn't interview. I'm going to tell you this. I think that there is a good chance that Jeff Bagwell is the general manager.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Saturday's the head coach out of the booth. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to have any experience being head coach or general manager. You just fire people in there if they played. That's all you have to do, just fire people in there.
Well,
bang! Look at this, GM. This sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, honestly, this sounds like a terrible idea. I remember when they decided that he was a hitting
GM,
coach.
though. He said, I don't want to be GM, but that's exactly why Jim Crane might hire him, because he says, yeah, I don't want it. That would be exactly why.
Man, is this not how concerning is any of this to you? This is all extremely concerning to me.
Yeah.
That version of the Astros, to me, was painful, honestly. Even with some of their wins, they were the biggest gag artists ever. And I know that has nothing to do with this team. This team isn't. But does Jeff Bagwell understand how to put together a team? We've watched it actually happen. We're in the middle of a Golden State Warriors run, and we're trying to we got to start getting better about how we do this. I mean, I'm trying to get this to Jim Crane. We're trying to work on this because, we got to make this process better. We need to be better as a team. I guess.
Right. He's been.
Why are we trying to reinvent the wheel so much with the approach?
The approach was so good with under Luno. It was so good. I think some of this might have to do with Jim Crane wanting to get to play a bigger role. Not that he didn't already. Again, you don't sign any of the guys, including Roberto Osuna, which was a horrible signing. You don't do it without the okay of the owner, who's got to pay that money. He's been in the middle of this stuff, but it's not that. It's the behind the scenes work, the player development. It's the scouting that has been the best. It's been unbelievable how well they've drafted, how well they've gone throughout South America and found talent that nobody else found, signed guys. When waited, listen, you only have so much that you can spend internationally. And they waited till everybody shot threw all their money. I was going to say shot their wad, but I don't think that's appropriate. So everybody else spent all their money. And then they went in there and said, "Oh, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy," and they spent their money later.
Second wave, second wave, third wave. Yeah, they're smart at
it. When other guys couldn't sign guys that were coming up because they had spent all their international money. It was all in the book. The Astros, what was it called? The book that was by Ryder.
Not Astro Ball.
Astro Ball.
Yeah,
Astro Ball. It was all explained in that book, and it was like, wow. Jeff Luhnow had a plan. It was unbelievable, and he got over on everybody and was just smarter and just went about it better. That's what worries me most, is that you don't have that kind of genius at the top anymore that is going to be able to – it's not just, you signed José Abreu. You signed Rafael Montero. Oh, great. You were able to see that José Abreu is a good player, and you threw a bunch of money at him? That's great. How about the development of your minor league system? How about the international scouting that you've done? Mm-hmm. That's where you've made the most hay against all these major league clubs.
Yeah, I know, and maybe some of the things we heard about with James Click, some of the things that leaked out were, they would have been bad decisions because they were James Click did not necessarily hit what he should have hit on in terms of. Where Dusty, let's just put it this way. Dusty was victorious over James Click on some really, really important decisions. And that was very, very critical, obviously. And I think that's one of the things that's happening here is that they just said, look, here's what's happening. They said, this numbers geek is just out of control and they're not, and there's not a feel for baseball. Yeah. It's all being derived from numbers.
And I can see where that would
and you know what? Yeah. I'm actually a person who also believes in that. Yeah. That's why I challenged Larry the GM on this. There's nothing personal against him, But you do have to have a feel for your players. You do have to have, you can't just manage through the box score. Now, baseball, more than anything, you do have that opportunity, more than any other sport. But you do have to have a feel for humans as well. There is a human element.
Yeah.
There's all the, and I know, and analytics people hate human element. They don't believe in human element.
Yeah.
If you say you are, but you do.
I've heard so much. There's no such thing as clutch.
Daryl Morey does
That's
not believe in
ridiculous.
clutch. Daryl Morey does
It's
not believe in
ridiculous.
momentum. Like that, I just can't be okay with that.
No, it's not. I hope that they don't lose that the ability. Here's what they do better than everybody is talent evaluation and then player development. Their minor league system. While Keith Law, he's not a big. I don't think he's a big.
Well,
Astros
I think they're intelligent.
I don't think he's a big Astros fan, but continually saying that the Astros, minor leagues, they're 30. They're 30th in the league.
Well, by the standard measures of minor leagues, he's probably right. The difference is when they get it right, they really get it right.
Well,
and they've been really good at filling. They haven't needed their minor league. All they have to do with their minor league, John, is just fill in a hole here. You can't point to Alex Bregman. That was 16.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, but Alex Bregman was the number 2 overall pick. You don't count on that.
Team.
That's not it.
They got to develop
No,
team.
but
Who
it's
do they
Jeremy
need?
Pena. Where did he come from? Yeah. Where did Fromber come from? Where did Urquidy come from? Where did Garcia come from? Where did Jordan come from? Where did Tucker was a big guy. Where did Abreu come from? Where Hunter Brown was a middle round pick and is developed into what we hope can be a really great pitcher. I mean, really? Their minor league system has been unbelievable.
Yeah, what he's looking
when you
for,
win a title with as many guys who are still under team control
and homegrown
like they have.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody else is doing. This team has been one of the great homegrown teams of the last century of this century.
Yeah, and that's the concern to me is that they have been doing it right. Please be careful about altering the way that you do this. Don't start getting like, yeah, that's fine, but we need to start doing this, or we need to get these kind of players in. Like, I really am concerned about outside voices who have not been part of this system, who don't have the same mindset. I'm really concerned about, no offense to Jeff Bagwell, but what have you done to build any of this up? Like, what do you know about this type of baseball? You didn't play under it.
No.
You
but
watch it, and you're in the, and that's great that you do TV from time to time.
No, but
and
Jeff
you talk
Bagwell
to Jim
knows.
Crane.
Jeff Bagwell knows more. He's forgotten more baseball.
I don't know. This is not a question about how much baseball you know. How much baseball you know doesn't make you a qualified general manager. It really doesn't.
No.
Being a GM is a much tougher job.
Well, in fairness to Jeff Bagwell, he said, "I don't want it." I mean, so what does he have to say?
No, he didn't really say that.
Yeah, no, he actually said, "No, I'm good." He said, "No, I don't want it." No, he actually did say, "No, I'm good. I don't want to be." They asked.
Good. We don't want you as general manager. No offense. I'm glad you're a Hall of Famer and all that stuff. I don't want Jeff Bagwell as my general manager. Don't have any interest in a former player who sits behind. There's not qualified to be an analytics based director who also recognizes. That's one of the reasons Jeff Dusty in place.
What I've heard behind the scenes about Jim Crane is that now, and even when Luno was there, he put together a small group, which included Reggie Jackson and Jeff Bagwell and others, which he goes to and he really trusts and listens to.
Okay, an advisory council.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's what that's what Jeff Bagwell's been. That's what Jeff Bagwell has been.
That's fine. I just, once again, this is just it's a scary proposition to think all of a sudden, if this shifts from a highly successful model, go find people in American League history who have done this. When I say highly successful, I mean ridiculous, on a ridiculous level. It's just very concerning to me that all of a sudden you got other people outside of that mode of operation that want to start getting a little piece of decision making and this, that, and the other. And Jim Crane's gonna, I don't know. I'm tired of all this winning. It's just too easy with all these Latin American easy, winners that just keep getting lots of wins and Christian Javier types. Can we see what we can do with an Ola Rizzi type? Can we get an Ola Rizzi in here? Can we get a Jake in here?
Oh. Well,
I mean, just be
are
careful.
you sure
not
that
to,
was his move?
not just
and not clicks?
No, I'm just saying. It's probably a click move. I'm just saying, don't outsmart yourself.
Jeff Luhnow did an unbelievable job. He's setting up this organization in every single aspect of it, from scouting to player development to analytics, all of it. He did and he put together this team. There is no question about it.
Do you remember when Jeff
He ain't
Bagwell was
walking
a
through
hitting
that door.
coach for a little bit? They thought that was going to be some kind of magical sauce. Yeah. Remember when he came in and it's you can know the game and all that stuff. I think Jeff is great in the booth.
Yeah.
This is not about Jeff Bagwell. It's about Jim Crane. I don't want Jim Crane to just get bored with winning and think he needs to change it because it's not exactly the way he likes it. Dusty is a nice balance of old school baseball man and feel, and James Clegg, get rid of James Clegg. We've already said this before. I don't care if James Clegg is here. You can find all kinds of general managers that can win with this team. And now if you say, well, what about Jeff Bagwell? Which I don't know if anyone's actually putting a cape on for him to go hire a former baseball player with no organizational experience in team building. But I do think that having someone who understands the value system of analytics in terms of contracts and how to do that, I just think there's a reason, John, that the Yankees, that there's articles and there are players now who are saying we need to start doing things like the Astros. Mm-hmm. You have whole organizations who are worth way more money than the Astros. They're all saying we need to do what the Astros are doing. You've got people saying that. So I don't want the Astros not to do what the Astros do. That's all. Maybe I'm overreacting to a Jeff Bagwell comment, but I know I'm not the only one because I saw comments. I had somebody text me yesterday. I saw people like, hey, wait. What's going on here? What's Jeff Bagwell doing in all this?